Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination Podcast. My name is Nate. Omid, it's on my right.
What is up? Well, all y'all guys, I hope y'all are having an amazing time. And I just want to say, as of this recording, we just want to say happy Juneteenth, everyone. So
As of this recording, today is Juneteenth. People have been celebrating Juneteenth out with big celebrations that are happening around the country. Some people have work, some people didn't. You had work, unfortunately.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it different when you work in Juneteenth?
Yeah, nothing about it seems different when I go to work on the Juneteenth. It's just everything's the same old.
Interesting.
But, yeah, not to mention, it was definitely a busy day for me because
busy. So it still was a busy day.
Yeah.
During Juneteenth. Okay.
Yeah, especially during the first 3 hours of it.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what clients you were dealing with. Unfortunately for me, I actually did have the day off. So actually, I was trying to prep up for this presentation before we actually got live and all. So that's what happened with me today. And then later on today in Juneteenth, there was a concert that was happening over at Amazon Music. Actually, Amazon Prime Video, where it was the Kendrick Lamar concert. Me and my roommate, we were both watching it, and we had an enjoyable time. This is literally the moment this is the first concert that Kendrick has done after the whole the Kendrick Lamar fiasco that's been happening in the internet. Everybody who's anybody knows about it right now. And it was fucking wild. So the freaking show was absolutely amazing. They literally sang the song Not Like Us 5 times. 5 times in a concert, and you never hear that at all. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, it's just I haven't really followed up on the Kendrick Lamar Drake fiasco. I'm
surprised because it's everywhere on the internet. Like, people have been talking about it.
Yeah, it's whenever I look on the internet, there's no mention of Kendrick Lamar or Drake on my feeds, I guess.
About that you're back on Twitter. You're supposed to know about that a little bit.
No, but for some reason, the Kendrick Lamar Drake stuff, I think it's because I don't follow rappers religiously, so I think it's because
I don't follow rappers either, but to be fair, like the whole story just ends up getting wild. I mean, even Trash Taste even talked about it.
I haven't watched a Trash Taste take on it.
You have not been following up. What have you been doing, sir?
I've been following up on other things. So.
Like what? For video games or TV shows?
Yeah, pretty much. And all this other stuff.
Okay, yeah. No, if anything, like working in a social media like website tells you like they know about this, they know about that. Mm-hmm. So that's where it starts to pick up. Like everybody who's anybody, like my coworkers will talk about it. Then I'll have to know what the hell they're talking about, so I get like info about what the hell was going on. But nonetheless, the show was amazing. It was on Amazon Prime, anyways, if you missed it, that's fine. Either way, it's been a great show. You can just watch it all, what happened on Twitter. I mean, what's funny is that some basketball players were actually in the show too. Like, they were actually watching it. So the show is in LA, by the way. So you expect to see like basketball players hopping around. So,
okay, like what basketball players specifically?
Like Russell Westbrook from the Clippers, James Harden from the Clippers.
Okay, no surprise there are Clippers players.
And then you got LeBron James, who's a Laker.
Yeah. Okay, so it's no surprise that you see Lakers players and Clippers players.
It was so random because like they'll just pan the camera to the player, and I'm like, that's LeBron. Oh shit, hey LeBron, how are you? Are you retiring? Are you gonna wait for your son?
Then again, LeBron is everywhere, including a Looney Tunes movie. So
don't talk about that movie.
Oh God.
Yeah. Why would you mention that movie? He's a basketball player.
I'm just saying, LeBron James is everywhere. Like, he's pretty much one of the go-to faces of NBA advertisements, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. He's also become that celebrity. It's kind of like that Michael Jordan thing, but Michael Jordan is way better than LeBron James in my case, but that would be more of like a different story. If we did a sports podcast, we'd be discussing this for hours.
LeBron can't hold a candle to Michael Jordan, okay? MJ is the GOAT.
MJ is the GOAT, yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, he is miles away from being the GOAT, which is Michael Jordan, yes.
The closest thing you can get to having a modern Michael Jordan is Steph Curry.
No. No. He hasn't hit his prime yet.
No, I'm like the closest thing you could get, meaning that there is no modern.
Why are we comparing basketball players right now? I thought we were talking about like our lives right now.
Okay, off topic, but needless to say, you did have a good time.
Yeah, we were just mostly watching it in our living room because it was on Amazon Prime Video. So it's like, we'll just put it on Prime and then we'll watch the concert there. It was wild. It was great to see Kendrick Lamar perform again after the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar debate thing. And to be honest, Drake is gone. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Drake's gone.
Yeah, his reputation is it's pretty much dead. It's in flames. It's in fire.
Yeah. All right. But besides that, a big thing is happening this Friday. I mean, there's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt right now.
Yes.
The Loud House movie is coming out.
No Time to Spy.
It's coming out 2 days after this week, and I want to do a big discussion about. I want to do a little bit of a discussion about it, considering that we are in the final. This is the final episode before we watch the movie. So after all of the things that have been happening, the new episodes that came out for the Loud House. What was it? All the really loud house collaborations that have been happening at the advertisements, all the things that you've seen in the show. How excited are you for this movie coming out in 2 days?
Oh yeah, the more I see the footage, the more promos, the more trailers that I see of No Time to Spy, the more hyped I am for it, because this really is building up to be such a huge spy blockbuster thriller, but in Loud House style. And I like the fact of how even the really Loud House is hyping up the movie.
Yeah, I mean, even them, they are just like saying stuff like, "Oh, what will Luna have as a spy weapon? What will Lori have as a spy weapon? Lenny have a spy weapon?" You know, it's cool. Like they are at least like collaborating with the Loud House to actually make it like a relevant, great movie to come out.
Yeah, and not only that, but they also come up with spy names. Like, for example, Lynn Sr. is the DAD.
Oh, Dad.
Does something dad. Deadly something dad. Or something
Okay.
And all that good stuff.
Yeah, I have to say, like, we can't wait to see how this movie goes. If anything, we are also excited about the whole fact that Myrtle is a spy and that Myrtle and Albert are going to be married at the end of it. So
yeah, they're finally.
That's one thing I also want to point out. They have wedding dresses that look so pretty, and I didn't know the mission for Lori is to catch that bouquet.
Like after 4 to 5 seasons, they're finally tying the knot, because we've seen an introduction of Myrtle in Instagram, where it's been revealed that Albert in fact is dating someone, and they're actually doing it. They're finally getting married.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you saw the first 5 minutes of the movie, right?
I saw the first 5 minutes of the movie where the Louds are packing up.
Yeah.
And, Lincoln is so excited to do his usual spy stuff. But then Myrtle is like, "Nuh-uh, Lincoln, like, this is a, normal family time, That's what the rest of the Louds are, they're off, having this, normal wedding vacation. But then Lincoln's too fixated on David Steele.
So the big thing that pointed out to me, like I've said before, Lori, big mission is to catch a bouquet. Because that is a thing in weddings. Yes, if the next person catches the bouquet, there's the possible chance that that are going to be married next. And Lori and Bobby are right there, so it tells me that tells me that's a possible movie coming out if Lori actually catches the bouquet.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Bobby's gonna have another cameo in No Time to Spy in some way, shape, or form.
I have a feeling she will, just because he will be there for Myrtle and Myrtle and Albert's wedding.
He kind of does need to be there because, he is the date for Lori. So.
Yeah, I have a feeling Bobby will be there. Ronnie Ann, I have no idea. I really hope not. I don't know.
Watch Ronnie Ann.
I really hope she does.
Wow, I'm kind of mad at you for bringing this up, not because I hate Ronnie Ann, but because you get my hopes up.
What? Oh, wait, so you hate Ronnie Ann?
No.
You said you hate Ronnie Ann? Whoa, wait a minute. What did you say?
No, I love Ronnie Ann, but you mentioning it right now, you're kind of giving me false hope. It's just like, I love Ronnie Ann, but you're kind of getting me to expect that she's going to be. It's like, I don't think she will.
I know she's not. It's like a 1% chance he's probably not, but there's a 50% chance Bobby will be there, because in a wedding situation like that, you need to have the couples be together. So Lori and Bobby will definitely be in the movie.
But Monica's a couple. Wait, not yet.
I really hope so. I mean, they confirmed it in the movie. They confirmed in
the Casa Grandes movie that it's a ship. They're still good friends, but they haven't reached couple level yet.
Oh, they will.
But give it time.
Look, we have 8. We have season 8. Season 8 already is promising with all the great episodes that have been going on. As of this recording, have you watched the newest episode? By the way, Lisa and Darcy are back together again.
Yes.
Darcy's back.
Incognito.
Not that Darcy. Get that thing out of here. By the way.
No, we're talking about the good Darcy that's never been possessed.
To get that, because whenever I now relate to Darcy that thing and Darcy the sweet, lovable friend of Lisa. Like they're like two different sides of like a D-artsy word.
You know, while you were watching the Kendrick Lamar thing on Amazon Prime Video, I was watching Incognito. I couldn't get enough of that.
It was such a great episode for
like
sure.
before this recording, before you came to my house, that's what I was doing.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be a great episode. Nonetheless, I mean, there's also good ones that also came out. Lori's now back in the Loud House, or technically in Royal Woods. She's not in the Loud House. She's literally like next door into Mr. Grouse's house.
Yeah, she pretty much moved back into Royal Woods, but however, it's going to be a temporary move. Like, it's going to be a year gap.
I know, because she's only going to be off a semester. I get it. But I still won't love Lori back. She's back. She's probably back after season 8. Then she's probably going to think about, like, what she's going to do in season 9.
I'm actually hoping that she will come around to having a career change after working at, Lynn's table. By the way, why hasn't she worked at Lynn's table when she came back? I don't know.
I thought she was actually looking for a job. Remember, she was actually looking for a job besides Lynn's table? In that episode, she said she was actually, like, applying for a job somewhere.
No, but I want to see an episode where, she ends up trying to look for a job, but, job search is hard, as we all know. Job search is, pain in the butt. Like, it's really hard to find a job. But
I mean, in that episode where Lori moved in, she was very late for a.
She was late for a job interview.
Yes, I'm saying that, but that job it wasn't for Lynn's table. It was for something else.
It was for something else, and unfortunately, Lori missed it. I'm just saying, like, there should be like an entire episode dedicated to the job search.
But we don't even know if like Lori will actually go to Lynn's table. I think she wants to work somewhere else that's actually closer to her career, maybe.
Yeah, and I wouldn't blame Lori because, well, she has worked at Lynn Senior's, table before. She worked at Lynn's table before, and it wasn't a pleasant experience for her.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, I have that's all the episodes are caught up. I know that there's a Luann episode that actually was kind of relating towards the Casa Grande's episode Silent Fight.
Yes.
Where it's actually quite of a silent episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was definitely it was Only Mine Will Tell is the name of this episode, like the Loud House episode. A Silent Fight is the name of the Casa Grande's episode. So what happens is that Luann has to go be silent for the rest of the day in order for her to get this what do we call it?
Hat or something?
Yeah, it's called something else, but it's definitely like a sort of fancy hat that is for the elite mimes. And so it's interesting to see Luann go through the entire episode without speaking a word. It shows how you don't need dialogue to really complete a story. You don't need dialogue to enhance the character's motivations and actions. It's all about the physical characteristics, the body language.
Yeah. Either way, all these episodes of season 12 all these episodes of season 8 have all been great so far, and we're just only through like a quarter of the season so far. There's still more episodes of season 8 coming out, and we don't know when they'll come out. All we care about is that we have a movie to watch that's coming out this Friday. We are excited for it all. Everything's going to be, we can't wait.
Yeah, most of the episodes have been pretty solid hits. Season 8 is off to a great start so far, so really good on Loud House for being on a great start so far.
Indeed. All right. So, besides that, let's actually go ahead and go to our episode and actually discuss. Well, since we are going on a little bit short, I know that we recorded really late. I did come in late because of the whole concert. We were supposed to be talking about Total Drama Island's first impressions. So we'll push that back to next week. All right, everybody?
Yes.
All right. So let's actually go straight to the Nintendo Direct that came out this week on Monday, right? Was it on Monday?
It actually came out yesterday.
Sorry, Tuesday at 7 in the morning.
Yes.
There was a lot of big announcements that came out, but we want to focus on a couple of them before we actually break down whatever happened. So let's actually start off with, a franchise that is now back on the Switch called Mario & Luigi.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so I don't follow up with the Mario & Luigi games. Mario & Luigi are on the DS, if I remember correctly, right?
So they were originally on the Game Boy Advance with a game called Superstar Saga, and then their second game was Partners in Time for the Nintendo DS. Then the third game was Bowser's Inside Story for the DS, and then what came afterwards was Dream Team for the 3DS.
And so they have only been a handheld game.
So, yeah, they've only been a handheld game. This is the very first Mario and Luigi RPG game in which you can actually play it on, like, your big TV, console, the console way. Whereas the previous games, you could only do it, like, in handheld mode. since it's on Nintendo Switch, you can just play it on your big TV.
Yeah. I heard about this game. Apparently, this game actually was announced back in 2019, but their creators, Alpha Dream, actually got bankrupt in 2019, which meant that this was on standstill for quite a long time until 2024, where they finally announced that they're going to come out this year. How pleasantly surprised were you to hear that they are back making this game?
Ever since the demise of Alpha Dream because of the whole bankruptcy, it left me wondering, is Mario & Luigi RPG series dead for real? I'm going to miss it. But then as time goes on, I come to accept it. I come in terms that unfortunately Mario & Luigi series is no more. But then lo and behold came this trailer and I was like, oh yeah, they're back, baby.
You know what? That's funny is that it's the first game that came out on the Direct.
It's the first game that came out on the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, yes, we're off to a banger start.
To be fair, Mario and Luigi, I've not really been into it as much as the DS game, so Omid knows this a lot more than me. Okay. So what was your history with the past Mario and Luigi RPG games?
My history with the past Mario and Luigi games, okay, my first one was, to be honest, Partners in Time. I couldn't get enough of Partners in Time ever since I got it for my birthday back when I was 13 or 14 years old. I was instantly hooked into it, and especially by the fact of, the adult Mario Brothers teaming up with the baby Mario Brothers and then coming together. It's just like, oh my gosh, it feels like two dads with their two sons. It's beautiful. And then Bowser's Inside Story was a really interesting look as to how they get the heroes and villain to team up together in a weird...
It says inside job. I'm assuming they went inside Bowser's body to fix a virus or something.
Bowser's Inside Story is what they call it.
Well, either way, they're inside his body, right?
They're inside Bowser's body, and it's a weird way to have the heroes and villain working together by having the Mario Brothers be inside Bowser's body.
I mean, Bowser's body, he's big. I would imagine he has a world in there or something.
Yeah, so you basically control Mario and Luigi as they swerve, as they move around Bowser's body. Not only that, but you also move Bowser himself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's weird. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's definitely it's definitely a good way to get insight into both worlds, the inside of Bowser and the outside of Bowser.
I'm kind of wondering... Since what was I gonna say? Yeah, I didn't know about the whole Mario and Luigi RPG stuff. It's a role playing game. So what made it an RPG game?
What made an RPG game was they have this RPG battle system in which, like, of course, similar to Paper Mario, whenever you touch an enemy or attack an enemy, you go into battle. They have this turn-based RPG battle mode in which, it's your turn to attack the enemy, then it's their turn to attack you.
So it's kind of like Paper Mario, except not paper version. It's more like, this is Mario and Luigi. You two are fighting each other. You might have partners that also join you, and you also play with them too.
It's more like, it's instead of Mario having partners, it's actually just Mario and Luigi themselves.
Oh, okay.
So what they do is that they have their hammers. They swing their hammers at these enemies, and not only that, but they also have this cool shell move in which you pretty much play soccer style, in which Mario kicks the shell on the enemy, and then the shell after it hits the enemy, it goes to Luigi, and Luigi kicks this, like, Luigi kicks the enemy, and then Mario kicks the enemy.
Is that in every Mario and Luigi game?
It's in most Mario and Luigi games, for what I consider. Most if not all. I would definitely say all. Actually,
so that tells me that it's going to have that kind of mechanic in the game.
It's going to have that kind of mechanic in the game. It's going to have everything incorporated in the previous Mario and Luigi games plus more. And also, speaking of which, there's actually one I forgot to mention: Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, in which it is a Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario crossover.
How was that?
I'm going to be honest, I was a bit disappointed by it.
Was that on the Wii?
It was actually out on the 3DS.
Oh, and you didn't like that, huh?
No, but what I did love was a Dream Team for the 3DS. I'm going to say this right now. Mario & Luigi Dream Team is by far my favorite of the entire series.
Okay.
Even more so the Superstar Saga.
This one, it definitely is different, considering that it's not on the 3DS. It's on the Switch. It's going to have 3D graphics, different worlds. I saw Bowser was actually in the trailer himself. Peach is also a helpful guide in the game as well. And a bunch of other things that make it look pretty extravagant. So, I mean, what did you like about this trailer?
What I liked about this trailer was that the open worlds looked so extravagant. It looked so colorful, and also the enemies that you come across look legitimately threatening while being creative. And then and when you look at the trailer, you got this sense of, they really are brothers, considering, like, well, hence the title Brothership. And you got the sense that they do work as a team in various ways and various moves that they do perform. Like, for example, you see them pretty much jumping right, left, like from the bottom of the cliff to the top of the cliff.
Okay.
And then also you have these creative, new, colorful friends that do help out Mario and Luigi at their quests. So I can't wait to see what they're like.
Yeah. You know what, though? I mean, again, I've not been familiar with the whole Mario and Luigi game, but like I said, the graphics look great. The gameplay looks pretty amazing. Something that I can actually start picking up. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this game. How about you? You're gonna pick it up too?
Day one, baby.
So day one. So
you already know I'm gonna pick up day one,
immediately
bro.
Immediately after work, you're going straight to Target and buying it.
I'm gonna pre-order for Best Buy.
Oh, so okay. So I was also thinking that's a side story I want to actually talk about. Where do you pre-order? Because I usually just go to Target and buy it.
I usually go to Best Buy and buy it.
Oh, I just buy it at Target. I was like. Because like the Target that I go to, like has it all available. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just pick it up and I'll just play it afterwards.
Best Buy to me is pretty much the best retailer, given the fact of how they have the most they have the wider variety of games that you could buy at Best Buy as opposed to Target, Walmart, and all this stuff. Not only that, but it's on my way from work to home.
Okay,
so it's convenient.
All right, sounds good. So Mario and Luigi Brothership that comes out in 2024. I forgot the date. Was it actually at the the wintertime, or
it's gonna be in November 2024?
Okay, so it's around the wintertime, Thanksgiving wintertime to say. All right, let's move over to our next game that also got announced, Super Mario Party Jamboree. So Mario Party is not dead, fam. They are continuing on with the Mario Party franchise with a lot of brand new mini games. According to what they said, 120 new mini games, a lot of maps, including 2 old boards from Mario Party 1, which was Mario's Rainbow Castle, and Mario Party 2, Western Land. So what are your thoughts on the fact that we're bringing back Mario Party again, but this time around with some nostalgia factor in it?
I like the fact of this Mario Party game is a combination of the old school Mario Party elements and also the new, more modern Mario Party elements. Like, it's pretty much a mixture of the two. Where in the Super Mario Party part, like in the modern Mario Party part, you got, of course, these mechanics and these motion control mini gameplay. And then in terms of the old school, of course, you've got the old school boards like Western Land, Mario's Rainbow Castle, like you said.
That one's gonna be fine, actually. The fact that we're actually going back to those courses and actually playing it in a high definition version instead of like the N64 version. So I'm excited for those old courses. The games are new, I think. Are they all brand new? Because from the way I'm seeing it, they look all brand new.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they have a mixture of brand new games and old mini games. Like, aside from the old Mario Party mini boards, I also like to see old Mario Party mini games come to light, because ever since Mario Party Superstars, I've been wanting more, because I feel like we haven't gotten enough of the content of Mario Party Superstars.
So Super Mario Party was not bad either. I mean, they didn't bring anything like old back in the days. It seems like it's all brand new, but I feel like from the way Super Mario Party was, it's so small. It wasn't like the same compared to like, the Mario Party back in the old days stuff.
Yeah, it definitely felt bare boned.
Yeah, so I mean, I love the Mario Party franchise. I've been a fan of it since 4, 5, 6. I think I had to stop after 8. That's when it starts to go downhill, to be fair. Like 8, and then 9, and then 10, and then like the DS game, it didn't feel the same way. Even Super Mario Party, like I've said, they're short. It's small. And I'm like, why can't we expand it? and they were able to do so in Super Mario Party. They did have Mario Party Superstars. Sorry, Mario Party Superstars was actually the better game in that one, just because it brought back the old nostalgia of how the Mario Party games are supposed to be, with the mini games, with the hidden blocks, with the items. Yeah, that was like how the game was before.
Yeah, Mario Party Superstars, I will say, like, it definitely felt to get old school Mario Party in HD. However, I've been waiting years and years upon end for Mario Party Superstars DLC. I feel like we should have gotten more.
They never really give out DLC. They just give out a brand new game instead.
They give out DLC for, if they could give out DLC for Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. I feel Mario Party Superstars.
Yeah, I don't know what they did, because Mario Party Superstars could have been expandable, but I guess they didn't want to put the money on making it all HD. So no matter what, I mean, they did make a new way to play Mario Party, and again, so many maps, so many mini games. I think they pretty much put a lot in the cake here.
They really did. I mean, hence the title Jamboree.
Yeah, it's not like Super Mario Party 2, okay? But anyways, yes, this game is going to be coming out in November, in 2024 as well. I'm picking this one up. Are you?
I definitely am. Just like Mario and Luigi Brothership, this is a day one for me.
Indeed. All right. Now, the next game we want to talk about, well, this one has been talked about forever, since like the 2020 pandemic year. We're kind of wondering what happened to this franchise. The last game that came out for this franchise was 3? Metroid Prime 3? Yeah, for the Wii.
Yeah, we were wondering, what happened to this game. We thought that it would be a myth, but then it's not a myth anymore.
it was planning, and then they canceled it, and then now they actually are making it. So what happened was that for this particular game, what they did was that they were in the process of making the sequel for it, but they scrapped it because it wasn't doing well, then remade it again. And now we actually do have the title of the new Metroid Prime game, Beyond.
Yes, and a fun fact, this was announced this was the very last announcement.
I mean, you expect that. You expect something big at the end of a direct. Hello, look what happened. Look how hyper you guys were when you saw Paper Mario get remade.
Oh, yes, man. You know I was hyped for that, and I know a lot of Metroid fans are hyped for Metroid Prime 4.
I am huge about the Metroid Prime games, to be fair. Like, it was so weird when I controlled it. Like, I played Metroid Prime for the GameCube. That was absolutely hype with the controllers and all that stuff. When I played Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii, it was so tough because you're controlling two things at once, and I'm like, why are we doing this?
So you had trouble with the motion control when it came to Metroid Prime 3.
I had a problem with that, but then when Metroid Prime 4 finally got announced, and this is on the Switch, I already saw like the graphics, like who they're facing with. Apparently, there's this like new commander that's controlling Metroids. And I don't know, this is a brand new story. It sounds like freaking badass, seeing Samus Aran come around and try to save another world from destruction. It's again, pretty kick-ass for a new Metroid Prime game.
Yeah, while I haven't played Metroid Prime for GameCube, nor any of its sequels, I did play...
Oh, just check it out. I mean, there's a new Metroid Prime game for the Switch. I mean, they remade it to the Switch.
I played Metroid Prime Remastered, and... It makes me regret not playing the original when I was a kid. It is a sight to behold.
Have you at least like completed it?
I haven't completed it, but I've played some of the game, and yeah, I definitely do see what people are talking about.
I have to say, it makes you think, because there's some like puzzles that you have to go through. Like you have to use your rockets, you have to call into a ball, you have to find like this one certain area for you to actually go into. Like it's fun. Like to think what to do, and the bosses that you face, it's awesome.
Yeah, and also I love this sense of eerie into it. Like you got the sense that you're in these deep dark depths of these planets, of these outlands, and you get the sense that you might be in danger, but you got to be armed and ready to
Well, I
kill
mean,
these
that's
creatures.
Samus Aran. What he does.
Bounty hunter.
What she does is like
she's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, she's literally in a metal suit. Has a gun with her, and she can charge it up whenever to attack like enemies that are around. And to be fair, those enemies are kind of crazy. Sometimes they like creep out of nowhere, and then you have to like attack them right there and all.
And that's what
that's
what this game excels at. This game excels. Like this is one of those games in which they do jump scares right.
I mean, they jump scare whenever a Metroid goes to your face.
Yeah.
So you have to attack those Metroids before they go to your face.
They do jump scares, right? Because it makes the player pay attention to what's going on around them.
Yeah.
Because it pretty much
not-
alerts the player that, hey, an enemy's right there, kill him.
Look, it's not a Mario game, okay? This is the reason why it's a teenage game, okay?
Oh, it's definitely the farthest thing from a Mario game. Like, no, this is real serious stuff. It's definitely more adultish themed. If you know what I mean.
I mean, play other games that are kind of like adultish, like Helldivers 2 or Baldur's Gate 3. You know, those kind of games.
Yeah.
And tell me otherwise that you are going to be ready for Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but I've gotten the experience of playing Metroid Prime Remastered, and of course some bit of the original Metroid game for the NES and Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo and Nintendo Switch Online. I gotta say,
Yeah, those are different because you're going to be literally in a first-person view as Samus Aran.
No, but in terms of the entire franchise as a whole, I do see the hype and popularity for Metroid.
I can't wait for it. Finally, out of all these years, we finally have a sequel to Metroid Prime 3.
Yes.
Damn. We've been waiting for Samus Aran to come back, so yes. Yes, my history of Metroid games. I started off with Prime, Metroid Prime, over at the GameCube. That was great. I went up with 2 when it came out. Then I went to 3 on the Wii. Then I think there was some game. Oh no, there was a new game that happened on the Switch too. Metroid. There was a new Metroid game that did come out. I didn't finish that, by the way, and I heard that was also pretty hard. But now, again, if anything, Metroid Prime 4 is back. This is the one thing that we've been waiting for. Forget the side stories. Forget all the other games like Fusion, for example. Look, we're waiting for a while to finally get ourselves a Prime game, and this is the one we can't wait for. So yes, Beyond, I can't wait for it. The worst part about this, though, we don't have a confirmed date. They just said 2025. That's not confirming a date, to be fair.
Just give it till the next Nintendo Direct. They'll definitely make an announcement then.
No. Somebody actually said in our comments, Metroid Dread. Correct. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for correcting me.
That is Metroid Dread, and I could see the title speaks for itself, Metroid Dread.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for it. 2025 is when it'll come out. Again, no confirmed date. If they push it back to 2026, I swear to God, you guys have to do something better. I'm waiting for this game, man. Come on.
I mean, in 2026, it means that they're taking their time to polish the game, and
they may have a lot of bugs or something. I don't know. They
Yeah.
want to make sure they have a good release and stuff, which makes sense. Yeah. All right. Other big announcements that also came out for the Nintendo Direct, the Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. We have a brand new Zelda game coming out. The character design is kind of like Link's Awakening if you played that on the Switch. But this time around in this game, it's a brand new story. But this time you're not Zelda. This time Link is not the main character. It's Zelda. You are controlling Zelda, not Link this time.
Wow. Like, who'd have thought that you could play as Zelda in a game called, Legend of Zelda?
Well, look, throughout the years of The Legend of Zelda, you've been playing as Link with the green cap and everything for many, many years.
I'm just saying, it's about time we played as this girl Zelda.
You never played as Zelda unless you play Smash, okay? That's the only time you ever play as Zelda.
And Sheik. Zelda / Sheik.
I mean,
in Super Smash.
Okay, yeah. I'm just saying, though, I don't know if there's going to be a Sheik version here in this Zelda game. I'm just saying, like, she is going to be interesting because the way that she does her powers, it's not like a sword and shield. This time is actually with a magic wand. Like, she'll get a magic wand. All she does is make stuff, and those stuff could be helpful into the adventure that she's going to be in.
Yeah, and look at the magic wand itself. The magic wand itself looks so enchanted.
Also,
it looks pretty badass.
Put a side note here. They can't see the stuff.
Oh, they can't see a step. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, it's
yeah.
just,
So, just a heads up on that one, okay? No. So what I'm seeing here is that the game is absolutely looking great. Again, they said in 2024 they're actually going to release it. So it's actually really neat to actually have a Legend of Zelda game come out this year, if anything. Like, we've had, Tears of the Kingdom come out, and that was a big hit for everybody who was a big Zelda fan. Now we have another side story, Echoes of Wisdom, that's going to be fine for those that love Link's Awakening. If anything, like, I haven't played Link's Awakening, but I really want to see how this game goes, the fact that we now control Zelda.
what really captures Link's Awakening for me is the animation style and how simplistic yet creative it looks, especially with the dots for eyes. Same thing with Echoes of Wisdom, where
there's supposed to be like a chibi version, man.
it's like a chibi version. That's what makes it so cute. That's what makes it so adorable.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying. And also, I want to point this out too. This calendar year, we have a Princess Peach game, and we also have a Princess Zelda game. So this is a year of your Nintendo Princess games.
But we got to see a Rosalina game come out then, if that's the case, or a Daisy game. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's definitely a possibility now. Who knows?
You know what?
Sega might even be inspired,
You know what?
and Sega might even take inspiration and make their own Amy game. Who knows?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think that's got to be on the long run, if anything. They do need a Super Daisy game. Like, that would be cool. They had a Super Princess Peach game. Why don't we have a Super Daisy game? That'd be sick.
If they make a Super Daisy game, I'd be all in for it. Same with Rosalina.
Although the Rosalina game, I think that game already was like Super Mario Galaxy. Okay.
Well, yeah, it is the closest we'll ever get to having a Rosalina game. Is Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, I'm picking up this game when it comes out on the first day. Albeit, how are you going to do the same thing?
It might not be first day. I'm gonna wait a little bit, but it is something that I will be aiming to pick up at some time.
Okay, all right. I'm picking it up on day one, if anything. I can't wait to see how this Zelda game goes. I'm a big fan of Zelda. I wasn't really a huge fan when it comes to the the Tears of the Kingdom games. I barely have been touching that. It's an open world thing, I understand, but it's just way too much stuff, time in my hands to work on that game.
Well, yeah, the thing with Twilight, Tears of the Kingdom, as well as Breath of the Wild, is that there's so much content to go through.
Mm-hmm. And somehow I can't be able to follow it up. All right, so that's that. Let's actually go quickly to a couple of things that also happened in the Nintendo Direct. Do you still have Super Nintendo? Sorry, do you still have Nintendo Switch Sports or not?
I still have Nintendo Switch Sports. Yes, I do.
So do you know that basketball will be added to the game?
Yes, and I'm going to say this right now. It is an absolute slam dunk for Nintendo Switch Sports.
Okay. Basketball will now be added to the game. It was a big feature when it happened to Wii Sports Resort. I remember playing like the 3-point contest and actually like passing into people and like shooting. There's actually going to be an online mode for this, which will be pretty sick. So I still have the game, and you can download it. I think it's for free. You can actually have it as like a new patch on for the game.
Yeah, and it's a great addition to have, considering the fact of basketball itself is a fun sport to play.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I haven't played Nintendo Switch Sports in forever, so
I haven't played it forever either.
You know what? They need to bring back baseball. That was fun.
Yes. Baseball was definitely one of the best sports to play in the Wii Sports, in the
original
version.
Wii Sports. Yes.
The original Wii Sports.
I can actually make like a slider and a curveball at you, and you could strike out.
I remember when I was playing, and then this ball would go fly up in the air, and I'm thinking to myself, please let it be a home run, please be a home run, and then the opponent catches the ball with a mid ball. I was just like, damn it!
Yeah,
you got my false hopes, man, false hopes.
Yeah, that's the fun part about it. All right, let's go talk about the classic games that are coming out. We have a new Legend of Zelda game that came out for the Game Boy Advance that's now out on the Switch. The Switch Classic games. Same with the Metroid Fusion. Same with another Metroid Zero Mission game that also came out for the Game Boy Advance. And then the biggest surprise that came out was that there's a new mature section for the N64. And they brought out 2 new games that are now out in the N64 Classic franchise. What was it? Turok, and Perfect Dark. And Perfect Dark, by the way, if you haven't seen Summer Games Fest, they are remaking Perfect Dark in the Xbox and PC series.
Yeah, I haven't played either or, but I am excited for the mature 17 up section of Nintendo 64 Nintendo Switch Online, because I am praying that Conker's Bad Fur Day gets a release.
So you really want? I kind of want to know what that game was, because it was a mature game, and I knew we can't play it. We were kids when we first saw it, so I couldn't play it, obviously.
Yeah, see, I couldn't play it when I was a kid. I didn't get the experience of playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is why I was really let down when they didn't announce it for Nintendo Switch Online yet. I was hoping it would be one of the very first.
I don't know. That all depends on Rareware, and they're owned by Microsoft, so I don't know if that could be a thing.
That didn't stop Nintendo Switch Online from releasing Banjo-Kazooie, though.
Oh yeah, that's right, Banjo-Kazooie. Well, that was still a Nintendo franchise game. No, who knows? We'll see. I was just like surprised that there's a mature section. I'm like, what other mature games did Nintendo bring out?
I think it's because I'm gonna say this right now. It's an excuse for them not to release Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Switch Online.
I guess, yeah. I'm wondering now what other mature games came out for the Nintendo franchise. If anything, Perfect Blue, Perfect Dark, undoubtedly is like a game that everybody loved when it was back in the N64. I wanted to see how it went because we couldn't be able to rent it because I remember having an N64 and I couldn't buy those games. I had to rent those games at Blockbuster. Good old days, guys. Good old days.
Good old days of Blockbuster. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just saw Perfect Dark, and they told me like you can't rent it because it's for mature audiences. I'm like, oh, great.
Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now?
I mean, now I can be able to actually play it now. I want to see how it makes this game mature. Like it felt very GoldenEye.
Yeah, I actually was playing Perfect Dark last night with a couple friends of mine, and from what we played, yeah, it's definitely GoldenEye. Like it's definitely the successor to GoldenEye.
It's not a successor.
Not successor, but more like inspiration, clone, that sort of thing.
And it still was a hit. That's the reason why they were making it for the Xbox and PC.
Yeah, it was during a time where FPS games, like they were still from the ground up. They were pretty much. It was the genesis of the FPS genre.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. But yes, the classic games are still going on. If anything, it just makes us want to check out these classic games back for the SNES, NES, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, and the N64.
Yes, it actually makes me wonder, are they going to release a mature 17 up Game Boy Advance app?
Are there any mature games for the Game Boy Advance?
Not that I know of.
I don't think there were.
I'd have to look it up, though.
Yeah, I don't think there were. They were mostly for everyone in T. If anything, the highest rating I think they had was a T rating game.
Yeah, and since Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo Switch as of right now, like a successor is gonna come very soon.
The Switch does have mature games out for the system.
Like the successor to Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo Switch 2, is gonna come really soon. So I have a feeling, mature 17 up is gonna be the last app of NSO.
Maybe.
What do you think?
What do you mean by NSO?
Nintendo Switch Online. Do you think the mature 17 up and 64 app could be the last category that we see from Nintendo Switch Online, or could we see maybe a GameCube?
No, I have a feeling that they're just gonna remake the GameCube game. It's just gonna be way too much on your Switch if they do that.
Well, I'm not complaining since I have Thousand Year Door remake. So
yeah, I'm just saying, like GameCube games aside, they will probably remake them. Not like Sunshine. I want to bring it back, but they're gonna probably remake it into a Switch game, if anything.
Yeah, and good luck. Let's just say that don't get your hopes up for a Melee HD remake, because we already have an Melee HD remake. It's called Ultimate.
Yeah, exactly. I just want the story mode back. I like the adventure mode back in Melee. That was fun.
Adventure mode was really good.
Okay, let's continue on. Let's move on to HD remakes. So we have Donkey Kong Country Returns as an HD remake for the Switch, and Luigi's Mansion 2 as an HD remake. How do you like these? How do you like what Nintendo's doing with HD remakes of old games?
Now, in terms of Donkey Kong Country Returns, now I love the monkey. I love the Donkey Kong Country games, but I'm thinking to myself, this is the third time we've gotten a Donkey Kong Country Returns game. We got the Wii version, we got the 3DS version, and now we got the Switch version when we actually have a better Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Switch technically. It's called Tropical Freeze, you know? So I'm just thinking to myself, I would have preferred if they got like a brand new Donkey Kong game, but considering I did like Donkey Kong Country Returns, it is something I'm going to pick up sooner or later.
I don't think I'm going to pick it up. I know that there's Donkey Kong Country everywhere, but that game is more of like, if I played it on the Wii, I don't even need to play it again, do I?
Yeah, it's one of those games where you pretty much, if you've, it's a been there, done it for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay.
It's the best way to describe Donkey Kong Country Returns. Honestly, it's more of a been there, done that sort of thing.
Yeah. Now, Luigi's Mansion 2 is also getting HD remake. Are you picking that up?
Oh, Luigi's Mansion 2, on the other hand, yes. Yes, F to the yes, I'm going to get Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, because Luigi's Mansion 2, which was technically Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, was released for the 3DS. So with the 3DS, you kind of have to play in handheld, which means it's like small screen. This here, on the other hand, though, you can play it in a large screen. Like they're actually going to release it for like a legit console.
I think this is going to be much better considering that the original Luigi's Mansion game was actually on the GameCube, and that was in and of itself a fun game to play. I might pick it up depending on how things are. I have too many games to backlog. Okay, so there's that.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Like, and also I already pre-ordered Luigi's Mansion 2, so
You already did? Oh wow.
Already, I'm getting on the train.
Okay, so train.
Hype train.
Hype train. Okay, I was like, what train are you going to? Where are you going on this train?
I'm going on the hype train to Luigi's Mansion.
Okay. Marvel vs. Capcom announced that they have a brand new collection coming out for the Switch that will include the original Marvel vs. Capcom game and MVC2 and a couple of other Marvel games. I think the only thing that I'm excited about this one is Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, I played only 2 games in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Those are the only 2 that I've played. I haven't played the old school ones like X-Men vs. Street Fighter or anything like that.
Well, they're all going to be on the Switch. I know you're still a big fan of fighting games? And if so, are you going to pick it up?
I used to be a fan of many fighting games. Not so much, and I haven't played as much fighting games as I used to, but I still have fond memories playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, for example. It was so fun.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I think that was definitely a classic for the arcade. Like, remember when you were back in the arcade days, you're like in one of those machines playing as one of your favorite like X-Men characters or Capcom characters and facing off against like, you know, like big people, like big fan people like Captain America, was it Wolverine? You know, those kind of things. Yeah.
I remember playing as a Hulk when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember playing as was it Captain America a lot. Same with Wolverine. I know that there's like the big 2 hitters right there. If anything, I do like the fact that, like, remember, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't have much of the big characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They didn't have Strider. They didn't have Bonnie, for example. They're in MVC2, and they have their own skills that made it pretty awesome to play with. You know?
Well, Strider technically did come back in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Ultimate, yes. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, there's some characters in 2 that I still love to play in a fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I remember also playing as Venom in MVC2 as well. Venom was really powerful.
Nice. All right, so yes, Marvel vs. Capcom Collection is coming out. We have some big anime announcements that came out for the Nintendo Direct as well. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. That's pretty much the Ace Attorney's collection. That comes along with a new story that never came out in the United States. So if you're into Ace Attorney, there's that. The 100 Line Last Defense Academy. From the way I saw that animation on the Switch, it reminds me so much of Danganronpa.
Yeah, when I looked at the trailer for that game, it got me thinking, oh, is there going to be another Danganronpa game?
That's what I thought too. I was like, wait, where's the freaking bear? The bear's somewhere out here, right?
Yeah, Monokuma. And yeah, I was actually waiting for them to drop a Danganronpa title, but no, it actually turns out it's from the creators of Danganronpa, but it's not Danganronpa itself.
You know what they said in the whole trailer? Oh, face your despair and find out who solved it. It kind of feels like Danganronpa again, is it?
It really is. It really is. And and since I do love the animation style of Danganronpa, and also Danganronpa is a fun game that gets you to think, gets you to solve mysteries and all that stuff. I have a feeling they're going to capture the same charm, they already captured the same animation, they're going to capture the same quality of gameplay that they did in Danganronpa.
I might consider picking this up because I was a fan of Danganronpa back then. This is a brand new story that is not Danganronpa. This is just more of like new characters in a brand new class academy, and now you have to figure out who in your class is like leading this whole war or something. So again, this is going to be fun to play. I might pick it up depending on how I am on the Switch and stuff. And then last but not least, we do have a brand new game for Fairy Tail fans, Fairy Tail 2. I haven't watched the series in quite a while. I didn't know that there was a first game for Fairy Tail, but it was highlighted pretty well over in the Direct. Are you even thinking about actually getting the game?
Probably not, because of the fact of how I kind of fell off of Fairy Tail long ago. I did have some fond memories of watching Fairy Tail, and of course, Ezra, like Urza is waifu material. Like, God bless Urza. Other than that, though, I don't really intend to come back to this series anytime soon.
If anything, there is brand new characters in Fairy Tail, and they get all introduced in the new Fairy Tail 2 game. The thing is like, oh great, is this spoilerish for me?
Happy is adorable. I would
He still is adorable. Yes,
Happy the cat is like so adorable.
He's always adorable. Yes. All right. Either way, the direct was pretty much over. Would you say this was an exciting direct to watch?
I would definitely say that for the most part, it was very exciting, especially Mario and Luigi, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Metroid Prime 4. Those are the three biggest ones for me. And then, of course, there were some that I felt like should have been announced. Conker's Bad Fur Day. And I do feel like there were some titles I felt, could have been, newer titles, but I ain't complaining. Like Nintendo Direct, I was satisfied for the most part.
You know what though? I was really hyped about what the heck the Nintendo Direct was gonna be. There were some things that were kind of a little bit disappointing to hear. Either way, I was hyped the fact that we are continuing on with the Metroid Prime series. The new Mario Party game is huge. I can't wait to check out how that goes. Either way, I think every console did a really good job when it comes to their presentations. Xbox undoubtedly did a really good job with theirs. PlayStation, we have to talk about it. I don't think you did great on your presentation. The state of play was something.
Very disappointed in state of play. Very disappointed.
Yes. Well, versus Xbox Game Showcase.
How's an Xbox did better than you, Sony?
Because it's Xbox.
Are you kidding?
Look. They also do PC games too. So their presentation also includes PC games, and they're all hitting right now. So I think Xbox is like currently the dominant race compared to like Sony and Nintendo right now.
Well, okay, like PC gamers can agree, but as someone who does console gaming, I definitely hold my place in my heart for Nintendo. Yeah, and like I said before, as a PlayStation gamer, as well as like I'm both Nintendo and PlayStation. As a Nintendo fan, I'm so proud of what Nintendo's done. As a Sony PlayStation gamer, however, I'm very disappointed in state of play.
I don't know what other big things are going to be coming up for PlayStation. We have PS5s. We want to get more hit games that we want to check out. And again, there's nothing much that is big when it comes to the PS5 at the moment.
Yeah, there's no games. There's barely any games that really scream out must buy or anything like that. I was hoping that Naughty Dog would announce something like Uncharted,
or at least a brand new Naughty Dog game,
or a new Naughty Dog game. But looking back on let's say Uncharted Drake's Fortune, for example, I look at this and think to myself that desperately needs a remake right away.
I would say a new thing, maybe no more Uncharted, no more The Last of Us, maybe something new that can make us want to play a new Naughty Dog game.
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Where's the originality? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Naughty Dog should be. I'm really hoping that Naughty Dog cooks up something new because I've been a fan of Naughty Dog for quite a while, despite The Last of Us Part 2 being garbage. I'm really hoping Naughty Dog cooks up something new, but unfortunately, we're not getting anything from them.
I don't know. Maybe they're having a big new game come out. It's kind of like what Rockstar did with Red Dead Redemption. They did take a while to get to, and it still is a hit franchise.
Yeah. So, like, hopefully next time State of Play. Hopefully next time Sony, you'll cook up something good.
Let's see if Sony will get something good. We will wait and see. But either way, Nintendo Direct is over. The games are pretty much done when it comes to announcements for the summer. We'll wait a while until the Game Awards to see what everyone's gonna be making up next. Yeah. What was it? Jeff Keighley. We can't wait to see what you got coming up in your arsenal. All right. Let's go to the main story that we have tonight. Now, Annecy. It is a festival for animation fans that happened in France back on June 9th through the 15th. Big companies were all over in France to pretty much showcase what is coming up in the future for their animated goodies to say. Tonight we're going to be focusing on three networks that kind of a deep twist in our hearts, and they have a lot of big franchises to talk about to say when it comes to renewals, brand new projects, and some disappointment stuff that we have to bring up.
Yeah, so it's a mixture of all three, and we're going to be discussing each and every single one of these projects I can't wait because there's so much to uncover when it comes to Annecy.
Yeah, Annecy definitely brought out a lot. Like, I mean, I think people were already gauging the fact that, like, this is the only moment we're going to have a brand new season of this. This is like, oh, what's going to be next up in Cartoon Network? Like, for example, Cartoon Network's Arsenal, because Cartoon Network hasn't been doing great so long. Or what about what's going to happen to Netflix? What's going on with Nickelodeon, et cetera, et cetera. You know, there's a lot of big things to talk about when it comes to it. But Annecy is kind of like the one main spot to actually check it out. So, with that being said, let's actually talk about some of the announcements that actually started off with Cartoon Network. Because Cartoon Network, to be fair, they have been in a rut for quite a while. What is the newest franchise that came from Cartoon Network? Gregor the Creek, We Baby Bears. We don't know. Like, what is the next big thing that Cartoon Network is going to have? And when they came to Annecy, they brought out a lot for us to actually think about. The first thing I want to bring up is that this franchise, regular show, is coming back. Oh! Yes, regular show is coming back with a spin-off series. Yes, it's a spin-off series. So it's not really... It is pertaining to Mordecai and Rigby and the folks that were there at the workplace that they were working at. But it's different. Like, what do you think about this show at the moment right now?
What I think about this show, as for regular show itself, my history of regular show, I've watched some seasons of it, had a good laugh, but it's not really a series that I've been following religiously, like through and through. But I still had fun time.
Here's the thing: it's still a lot of fans. A lot of fans still love it. They had a movie out of it. It's great to be like Mordecai and Rigby, where they actually are relatable to both of us, like to both of everybody the same.
I will say though, the series definitely ended on a powerful note. That series finale was just oof.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you see the finale end, but then again, we now have a spin-off show. So it's like, okay, how is this spin-off going to be now?
Yeah. A better question yet is that what time period is the show going to take place? Is it going to take place after the series finale?
I have a feeling it's probably in the future, like years into the future, where they're like adults or something.
Okay, so it could be focusing on the gang as they're all middle-aged adults, or it could be focused on, having a Benson show or having a Skip show or a Muscle Man show. Imagine what this, a Muscle Man spin-off show, and it's going to be called My Mom!
Or it could be relating to two new characters, and then Mordecai and Rigby are there to help them out or something.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing, is that I could see the best direction with this is that have two new characters appear in the show, and they're pretty much in their early 20s, the same age as Mordecai and Rigby in the old show.
Maybe younger, maybe like Mordecai and Rigby are now older and actually are taking place of Benson, for example.
And then have Mordecai and Rigby see how it feels to be in Benson's shoes, because you know how Mordecai and Rigby were getting on Benson's nerves at their job by sacking up and all that stuff. This could be a perfect opportunity for Mordecai and Rigby to see how Benson felt when Mordecai and Rigby were getting on Benson's nerves. By having the two new characters get on their nerves.
I need a couple of other characters to also be there. I mean, I need to see Skips. I need to see, was it Five Hands Ghost?
Five Hands Ghost, yes.
High Five Ghost, right?
It's High Five Ghost.
High Five Ghost. Who's the guy who says my mom again?
Muscle Man.
I need him back. If any, and also like some of the other characters that were also in regular show, the shows that made it a franchise. I mean, if they're going to bring it back, I know J.G. Quintel is working on it, so that's great.
I still miss Close Enough though. But
oh my gosh. I'm just saying, like, J.G. Quintel, he's working on this spin-off show, so he has a fresh mind to make a spin-off show that pertains to a regular show, which is one of his shows. If anything, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it because it's bringing back the franchise. It's bringing back regular show. It's one of the shows that I grew up watching. It's great. How will the spin-off show go? We will see. Again, it's in their future right now for Cartoon Network.
I remember having so much fun with the regular show. I was a big regular show fan when I was in college. So, yeah, it's going to be great to bring this back.
Yeah. All right. Next news you want to bring up is The Amazing World of Gumball. Now, if you actually checked out Annecy news, Gumball was featured all over Annecy. Like, if you've seen, like, one of their buildings, there was, like, like flyers for Gumball and even like eyes that are like looking down at the audience for Gumball. Have you seen that picture?
I haven't seen the picture, but yeah, apparently Gumball was advertised everywhere in Annecy.
Yeah, it was advertised everywhere. It was going to be a big thing, which kind of tells us like what are they going to bring out? And it turns out there is a brand new season for Gumball.
Yes, and it does make sense that they would renew Gumball because of the fact of Gumball. When you look at the world of Gumball, it's definitely one of the most, unique, weird, and extravagant shows out there.
I think the one thing that's crazy about it is like the animation is still pertaining to a real world. Like all the things that you see in Gumball, the only characters that is animated are the characters, not like the real world stuff. Like it's weird how you get a real world picture and actually pertain it into the Gumball like cartoon itself.
And when you look at the character animation styles of each character, they all have their own unique style. They have their own, stylized animation. They all have their own ways of being animated. You have some that are 2D animated. You have some that are clay animated. You have some that are even photorealistic, like the dinosaur.
Well, we have been through this for a while. Like there have been so many seasons of Gumball. Yes. I've seen the animation changes here and there, like from season 1 to season 2, when it actually did have an animation change of characters design. So there's that. My thing right now is like, how can you continue on with the franchise knowing the fact that this is pretty much a slice of life cartoon, okay?
Yeah.
There's so many stories that pertain to Gumball's family, to many of the other characters that were there in the Amazing World of Gumball. But the one thing that we want to talk about in the series is the fact that it did end not really a cliffhanger, but more of like a question. What is in that void?
The end question mark. Huh? No. I remember there was a tease where it's like one of the episode titles was called The End.
Yeah, but that was not the end.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't the end.
It wasn't the end, but go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, there was this one. I remember the series finale where there really was like a real human person walking in the like hallways of school. The one thing that came to me was the fact that this one messed up like animated character, like he had like a aluminum foil for a head. He jumped into a void, and then we never seen him ever again. That's the question that comes to mind, and I'm wondering if Gumball will tackle it, but. From the way I'm seeing how the first episode is, it's looking like regular old Gumball episodes. Because the first title was called The Burger. And I'm like, oh, we're just going to talk about Burger then. Okay, wondering how that'll go.
Yeah, and I think this is why this series definitely warrants another season, is because when it comes to the animation Gumball, when it comes to the episode's plots of Gumball, let me tell you, Amazing World of Gumball, there are no limits. There are no limits to what you could do with Gumball, the series.
Yeah, and they are doing a really good job trying to, make it enjoyable for everybody.
They're making it enjoyable for everybody, and then using as much material as they can to pretty much incorporate all kinds of animation to one series.
Well, here's the thing: we haven't heard from Gumball in quite a while. I think it's been over 5-6 years since we've had a new announcement of a Gumball episode. So how excited are you to actually see the fact that Gumball is back, coming out real soon?
I'm excited. After so many years, we're finally getting the return of the cat and the fish together, and then along with the rest of the cast. And I'm hoping to see new characters as well. I don't want it to be just the old cast. I want it to be new characters.
Like there's some new characters, like for example, Sarah, the ice cream girl. Yes. The freaking creepy girl. I just remember her first impression was like creeping on Gumball and Darwin. It was freaking weird.
it was, and I'm definitely hoping we get more of a fleshed out character from this individual. This character.
Either way, we still have lovable characters in this show, so I'm excited to see how this will go. The family is also really exciting to check out. I mean, you saw Gumball's mom and Gumball's dad are just weird because one is like absolutely short tempered, the other one is just dumb.
Yeah, yeah. Like one is fierce, badass, and the other is a lazy oaf.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Gumball and Penny. We want more Gumball and Penny.
Oh yeah. What is the hell is Penny? She's not a freaking like a deer anymore. She's not a peanut anymore. She's a rainbow thing.
She is a rainbow thing, and yeah, I'm hoping we get to see more of her in that form.
Yeah, well, we are, because she's going to be in that form. I'm wondering if the rest of the family will, too. I don't know. That's too much to predict. But either way, Gumball is coming back. A brand new season is coming out. And we also did hear from the creator himself, Ben Bolquet. There is a movie coming out as well. We don't know much more of the details about it, but he's working on it. And that was also revealed in a panel in Annecy.
So it's going to be Gumball the movie.
No matter what, Gumball has been a great franchise. I'm so glad to see Gumball come back. If anything, it just gives the identity of Cartoon Network. Hey, we have Gumball. Let's continue to make more Gumball stuff. It could be their SpongeBob to say.
Yeah, Cartoon Network, I feel, is trying to bring back their 2010 series, like regular show, Gumball, and more.
I'll talk about that later. Let's actually move on ahead over to Adventure Time. Now, Adventure Time hasn't been... Well, I mean, here's to be fair. I mean, Adventure Time, like the regular series, hasn't been on for quite a while since Distance Lands. But Fiona and Cake is still there. We're technically in the world of Adventure Time. And Adventure Time, again, is going to have brand new stuff come out. This is one of them. This is Heyo Bimo. This is a claymation cartoon that is coming out for Cartoon Network. These are called side quests. Do we have more details about what this is going to be? Is this really like an animated series or just shorts?
More details will be. I think more details will come up later. It's something I'd have to look up. But either way, I'm very excited for Heyo BMO because Heyo BMO because of look at the claymation in this. Look, the claymation looks really great.
Yeah, the one thing that gets to me is the claymation because it's different. It's obviously animated differently than your special like 2D animation for cartoons, you know?
Yeah, and since this is the world of Adventure Time, just like with Gumball, the world of Adventure Time, you pretty much there are pretty much no limits in what you could do with Adventure Time as long as it stays within the realm of Adventure Time.
I don't know how this will go. I think this is just more of a side story of what Bimo is going to be doing in her world to say. This looks like to be a little bit of shorts, small little things here for Adventure Time. They're side quests, so that's one thing about it. If anything, it does continue on to see what will happen in Adventure Time. It's been quite a while since we've seen something original from the Adventure Time franchise, so if anything, I'd love to see stuff with Bimo. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. But besides that, I think the other bigger story that we want to bring up when it comes to Adventure Time is that they are actually having a brand new movie come out.
Yes, so not only is Gumball getting a movie, but Adventure Time's getting a movie as well.
Yeah, I don't know much details about it, but we know that they are in the process of making a movie that's coming out next year. No details have been brought out from Annecy, but that's the announcement that came out from Cartoon Network Studios. There is a brand new Adventure Time movie. We have missed these characters for quite a while, but again, like, how will it go? Because we're continuing on with Distant Lands, and they're now older now, by the way. So how things are going to be when it's a new Adventure Time movie.
Yeah, for one thing, we haven't gotten the plot synopsis of Adventure Time movie either, so who knows what it could be about. But either way, we're excited to see all these characters come back again. Marceline the Vampire, man. What more is there to say about Marceline the Vampire?
Well, she's married to Princess Bubblegum.
She's married to Princess Bubblegum, and they're so cute together.
We've seen it already over at Fiona and Cake.
They are so cute together, man.
I know.
I'm glad to see all these characters back together. As for the character of Honey Lemon, since he was voiced by a certain someone who will not be named, I'm wondering like who'd be best fit to replace him as Honey Lemon.
I have no idea.
Yeah. You better make sure that it's acceptable.
Unacceptable! God, that fucking lemon, I swear. We'll see how this goes. Adventure Time still is continuing on, but I'm kind of more focused on Fiona Cake Season 2. That's coming out soon.
Yes. Fiona Cake Season 2.
That's not that we're not announcing that here today. That was already announced a long time ago.
Yeah, but now that you mention it, yeah, it is pretty exciting because season 1 was the hype, so yeah.
It was all the hype for sure, yeah. Let's actually talk about Foster's returning. Foster's is back, by the way. It is back in a different way.
Yeah.
So this is called Foster's Home Fun Time for Imaginary Friends. It's not Home for Imaginary Friends. It's called Fun Time for Imaginary Friends. It will feature the main character, Blue, taking care of other imaginary friends that are kind of like in preschool, to say. What are your thoughts on the idea of bringing back Foster's, but in a different way like this?
My thoughts on this are, it is interesting to see, Foster's taking this preschool show route with it, considering the fact that when you look at like Foster's characters, they're pretty much like they're pretty much these colorful, creative characters, something along the lines of Muppets or Sesame Street, but instead of puppetry, they use 2D animation. So I'm excited to see what they will do with these imaginary friends.
Well, if anything, they are using different kinds of animation, from 3D animation to claymation to like what they did with Gumball, for example. This is made by, the show was made by Craig McCracken. But was he involved with this series? We have no answer to that, right?
Yeah, that's something we'd have to look up. But either way, Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends looks to be the go-to for preschoolers, especially.
Well, the thing is, like, if Craig McCracken is involved with this, then it makes sense why he's making this series. So maybe it's inspired by him, and maybe new creators are making it behind the scenes. They created by somebody else, but McCracken was inspired to make it. It was still his original creation. I don't know if he was involved in making a preschool series, but it's something to think about. It does only focus on Blue right now, but it also makes us think about the other characters that are also there. What happened to Madame Foster? Where's Mac? Where's Coco? Where's Frankie? Where's Wilt? Where's Eduardo? The characters that we loved back in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah. Now it's been confirmed that Madame Foster is going to be there, so that's good. Like Blue and Madame Foster are the only ones that are announced to have returned in the show. But yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking to myself, what about the other characters? The other characters do not matter.
Maybe Mac grew up. Maybe Wilt got. Well, wait, I forgot about the story. Could they get adopted by another kid?
They could be adopted by another kid, but I'm still waiting for a cameo by each of them. We want Mac, we want Wilt, we want Eduardo.
I know. Maybe there might be some little bit appearances here and there. Maybe Wilt got acquired by a basketball player. Maybe Eduardo got acquired by somebody. Coco got acquired by a person who loved to hatch eggs. I don't know.
I want Frankie, dang it. I want Frankie.
I think Frankie by now would have moved out of the house.
No Frankie means no watch for me.
Oh my God, really? Boo.
I'm boycotting. Don't bring back Frankie.
Everybody, I don't get it. Everybody loves Frankie. I didn't find her that attractive. You disgusting little freak. What? Sure, the black dress is not the reason why you like her.
She's a queen, bro. She's a queen.
Oh my God. No. Frankie was okay. She was a great person. But besides that, I still grew up with Mac and Blue. They were the two main characters in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. So there's that.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Watching Mac and Blue with their hijinks and
yeah.
All that kind of
Well,
stuff.
Blue was the one who mostly has the hijinks, if anything.
Oh yeah, especially the later seasons. And this is where I'm going to tackle upon Blue's role in this. Apparently, he's supposed to be this role model for these young imaginary friends. I'm thinking to myself, considering how much of a bad track record he has at getting into trouble in the original, I'm going to be honest, it's not going to end well.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe Blue has a change of heart. He might lead them to do some shenanigans, but maybe he has a change of heart, and he might have grown older and he became a better imaginary friend.
Yeah, but
I'm giving some hope. I'm giving some hope for Blue. Okay, you can't just go from the old bias of what happened back in the old previous show.
It's just gonna feel awkward because seasons 1 and 2, Blue was legit cool.
If you're gonna bring Madame Foster in, Madame Foster will probably teach Blue how to become nice, if anything.
Well, yeah, you got to bring back Madame Foster. She is the head of that household. She's the head of Foster's Home. It's called Foster's Home.
Right. So, like I said, again, a little bit vague there, but either way, we do have the returning characters of Blue and Madame Foster for this brand new series. I also did notice that somebody in our comments did say that the creator is involved in working on this show. So Craig McCracken will be working on Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends.
Well, yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense.
So yes, Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends will be coming out in 2025. Cartoon Network is looking up when it comes to bringing back nostalgia, like we'll discuss later on. Then let's talk about this brand new series, Go-Go Mystery Machine. It's a brand new Scooby-Doo spin-off show.
Yeah, when you look at this, you think to yourself, Scooby-Doo the anime. Because the animation style looks...
animation style looks like my freaking Adventures with Superman. Like, the character designs kind of feel like that, don't you think?
My Adventures with Scooby-Doo. We'll call my Adventures with Scooby-Doo.
That's what I was thinking. Like, oh, cool. It could be something like that. Adventures with Scooby-Doo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, The Go-Go Mystery Machine is weird because first off, this is not the Mystery Machine. It's a truck that is literally colored like the Mystery Machine. We have 2 brand new characters. You can see them right there in the front. You can see in the front right there.
About a 3.
Well, there's a dog, I guess. There's another dog, and then Scooby Shaggy in the back. Huh.
Yeah, it's you have a gang of 5 now. It's like this: you take Shaggy and Scoopy, and then you put them in the gang of 5, but you replace Fred, Velma, Daphne with these 3.
Yeah,
that's what you get.
Okay, so this it's going to be weird because remember, Shaggy and Scooby did have adventures before. Remember Scrappy Doo? It was just those 3.
It was just those 3.
Yeah, and now we're gonna have Shaggy and Scooby along with like these other anime characters in this case. I don't know how this is. It feels weird because like these are brand new teenagers in mystery adventures, just like what they did with Fred, Shaggy, and Fred, Daphne, and Velma. So all 3 of them are now gone, and now these 3 are the ones that are replacing them. But Shaggy and Scooby are still with them. So it's like interesting how they are going to work it together.
I'm gonna say this right now. Here's a question I have to ask: will Go-Go Mystery Machine redeem Velma?
Yes, I think so. Because Velma, even though season 2 crap, people still watch it. I don't know why y'all hate watch the damn thing, and I really hope there's no season 3 for Velma. But
if there is, we know who to blame. We know who to blame.
You goddamn fans, and you freaking people who are interested in this show.
My God, don't watch it for one reason or another. You know.
You know what though? I mean, I like the character design for each of the characters there. What was it? The person who's now replacing Fred, he's pretty cool with the glasses on, and then you have it looks like a Daphne lookalike with the purple hair girl.
The one that catches my eye the most is the purple hair girl.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's into anime.
The purple hair girl is what catches my eye the most of the 3 because of the outfit too. Look at how she's wearing the Flash shirt.
I told Omid that she reminds me of that one girl from Hansel and Gretel. So yeah, I forgot her name. Somebody in the comments will probably say it. Again, this is interesting. I kind of do like the idea. Am I going to watch it first day? I don't think so. Scooby-Doo kind of did get a big dip after Velma. So
yeah, but we want to remember Scooby-Doo, not for the crap that came out recently, but for this. You know what I mean? We kind of want, this to redeem the Scooby-Doo name again.
Hopefully so. If anything, this is not called Scooby-Doo. It's called Go-Go Mystery Machine, by the way.
No, but I'm talking about the Scooby-Doo franchise as a whole.
Yeah. I just hope that people kind of know that it's a Scooby-Doo show, not just an anime show. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to another new big news that came out from Annecy. Sorry. Jellystone is going to have a season finale, but the season finale is going to be a little bit different. Instead of actually having all your favorite Hanna-Barbera characters in Jellystone, you're going to have all your Hanna-Barbera characters in Jellystone along with some old school Cartoon Network characters. We have confirmed that Kids Next Door will actually appear in this episode along with Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends characters and a whole bunch more that we don't know yet. Nonetheless, a lot of old school 2000s, 1990s Cartoon Network cartoon characters will be appearing in the season finale of Jellystone coming up. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this whole Cartoon Network crossover with Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, when I look at this and I think to myself, yeah, it kind of makes sense that Hanna-Barbera, Jellystone would cross over Cartoon Network because of the fact of how Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network have come hand to hand. There even have been some Hanna-Barbera references within Cartoon Network shows at some points. Like look at Dexter's Lab, for example. They've referenced some Hanna-Barbera shows like Flintstones. Remember that whole thing?
What's that?
Like Jellystone and Cartoon Network, they do come hand to hand when you look at Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network. They do go together. You remember how there have been Hanna-Barbera cameos and references in Cartoon Network shows like Dexter's Lab, for example. Like there have been plenty of times with Dexter's Lab has referenced Flintstones.
Yeah,
and I'm saying this is pretty much Jellystone's way of repaying their debt in a sense, like they're returning the favor.
Right.
And so I like this because it shows how they have Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network have such a tight relationship. So yeah, it definitely makes me excited for this, and I want to see Annecy Kids Next Door, Camp Lazlo. I hope they have Camp Lazlo here somewhere.
I really hope so too. We don't know. I mean, there's a lot, again, like some old franchises that come up from this. We'll see how it is.
And also, Camp Lazlo would make sense considering how, Yogi the Bear, Camp Lazlo, and stuff, they're anthropomorphic animals. So,
Yeah. You know what though? If anything, this leads up to what I was gonna be talking about later. But again, like collaborations with Old Cool Cartoon Network and Jellystone kind of tells you like they do want to have like this kind of crossover to kind of reference what Cartoon Network was back in the days of 2000s and 2010s back in the days,
yeah, because 2010s and 2010s, well, 90s and 2000s especially were the go-to for Cartoon Network.
Well, because cartoons were back in the days with Dexter's Lab and all that. If they can actually put a reference of like those cartoons in Jellystone, then maybe we could have a good season finale for that cartoon.
And even cartoons as well, like the 2000s, like Billy and Mandy, Kids Next Door, they were legit as well.
Yeah. So there's that. Actually, I want to get back to Cartoon Network's like whole schnick that happened over at Annecy. We have regular show. We have regular show, Adventure Time, Gumball, Foster's, Scooby Doo, and Jellystone. I am looking back at this, and we're looking back at the 2010s old Cartoon Network stuff. They didn't really have anything when it comes to originality for Cartoon Network. They really are franchising back to old cartoons that they had back in the days. How do you like their formula of being successful for Cartoon Network by bringing back old franchises?
So they have this strategy where they pretty much they go the nostalgia route of bringing in reminders that these were the cartoons you grew up with, and they do it in such a subtle way, and they're going to do it without shoving in your face sort of thing. And I do trust that that's what's going to make this Jellystone season finale that much more impactful. It's just how it's going to touch upon the hearts of those that grew up with Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do for Cartoon Network is that they're bringing back their old fans. Like Gumball fans love Gumball. They're going to bring them back by putting the brand new season. Scooby-Doo fans definitely want to bring back Scooby-Doo fans there. But I know Velma was the one show that like everybody hates right now. So if anything, the Go-Go Mystery Machine is going to be something that they can try to pick up of, if anything. Adventure Time, though, a lot of fans were huge into Adventure Time. I know that when it comes back to Cartoon Network, they're going to get a lot of fans to come watching the Cartoon Network itself. And again, regular show, we all grew up with regular show too. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know how this will go when it comes to Cartoon Network bringing back old franchises. The originality is not there anymore for Cartoon Network. They're just really basing new shows off old franchises. And sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. But again, the originality is not there for Cartoon Network. Like, I would love it if they have a new cartoon and maybe become a big hit. But no, we're at the moment right now. It kind of makes sense why Cartoon Network wants to do this anyway too. They're struggling. They don't even have like an identity of like who to actually become their franchise like character for Cartoon Network.
Yeah. They don't have their mascot.
Yeah, they don't have a mascot. They're kind of like down in the rut. So if anything, it does feel great for Cartoon Network to actually come back and actually bring back these franchises because it's their identity back then, back in the 2010s, 2015s, those times. And maybe after that, we could figure out a new maybe Cartoon Network might figure out a new strategy and seeing what can like lead up to their future, because at the moment, like I said, they are in a rut. They don't even know what their schedule is at the moment. They have Adult Swim taking over everything in the Cartoon Network now, and Cartoonito also is a failure. So
yeah,
again, we don't know. That's why this is just more of like a testing period for Cartoon Network to see what can be helpful for CN to get back into the thriving market that they were before.
And they're heavily relying on Max as well. Like these shows and episodes are being released on Max along with Cartoon Network. And so, and like Cartoon Network is sort of like relying on Max as, something to grab onto, because without Max, like Cartoon Network would be pretty much, would be doing much worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It all depends on how Cartoon Network goes. Again, the future does look bright for Cartoon Network, but it is really a hit or miss time for them. Who knows if fans will come back to Cartoon Network and actually make it successful again. But I just know how their idea is right now. They just want to base it off old franchises.
Yeah, and I can see why they would go with this strategy.
Yeah, again, we'll see. All right. Next up, I do want to give out a big announcement for Adult Swim. Smiling Friends is having a new season, so big time, awesome stuff for those who watch Smiling Friends. It's a very hilarious show. Please watch it if you can.
Smiling Friends. I am familiar with. I'm familiar with the hype about it. I think I've even seen a tweet from Amphibia creator Matt Brawley saying, "Oh, this is my favorite show now," and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So even he's saying that Smiling Friends is good. I'm just like, okay, I'll take your word upon it.
Yeah. Oh, because of him is the reason why you're watching it now.
Well, because of him and you, and because of the internet, pretty much hyping up Smiling
There's
Friends.
so many memes for the show at the moment. Like, these characters are so funny.
And I think that's the thing that's catching my eye the most about Smiling Friends is the memes. The memes are downright hilarious.
You're gonna love it though. When you start watching the show, you're gonna love like how the comedy is when it comes to it. But yes, they announced season 3. Season 2 is currently at Max right now. Go ahead and check it out. There are new episodes still coming out for Smiling Friends right now. All right, so let's move on from the Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers side, and actually switch over to the Disney side, as Disney TVA did bring out brand new announcements. Let's start it off with one that we're familiar with. Big City Greens just announced their 5th season.
Bingo bango.
So season 5 will be made from Disney TVA, and because of this, Big City Greens is now becoming the biggest cartoon franchise in Disney TVA history.
Yes, yeah, you heard it right. It is the longest Disney TVA running show in history now.
It is, but Phineas and Ferb will actually take their place eventually. Remember, they have announced season 5 too. During this.
Yeah, Big City Greens and Phineas and Ferb are going head to head. They're sort of like tied, you know.
I didn't put up the Phineas and Ferb news, but we'll talk about that later. Big City Greens is gonna have season 5. How surprised? Were you surprised the fact that they actually announced this?
I actually wasn't, because I saw how big of a hit the Big City Greens was, and especially after Spacecation, their popularity of the show has increased tenfold. And not only that, but the Houghton brothers did promise that Big City Greens would be their biggest show in the Disney TVA. Like, it would be like the big go-to, kind of like how SpongeBob is with Nickelodeon. Big City Greens will be with Disney TVA.
Now, Disney
Channel.
Nonetheless, they did have a brand new movie that came out this month. This month. We were talking in June here. It's a big hit. Disney Plus fans are watching it at the moment. It's been huge indeed. I must say, I didn't know about this. I thought it would end after season 4. You already have a movie, and I was thinking like season 4 will be the finale of Big City Greens, because you know the history of like Disney Channel and their cartoons, right? They never last long. They don't have 25 seasons like what SpongeBob did for Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah, no, and it's for good reason too, because most of the time, keep in mind I say most of the time, it's due to the creators wanting to keep their shows at their respective amount of seasons.
Indeed. And look, you have other big like long cartoon series as well, like Simpsons and Family Guy. But I feel like Big City Greens will eventually like kind of get out of everyone's spectrum, but I didn't know it would be now. I think from what I'm seeing for Big City Greens' perspective is that it's hitting everybody, adults, kids, just everybody in the family, that everybody watches it, everybody can relate to it, and it is a thriving, successful show for the network.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those shows that definitely has the kind of humor that adults will definitely appreciate. And not only that, but it's Big City Greens, and especially because of Spacecation, Big City Greens, like the hype is increasing up to the point where we could get into Amphibia levels of popularity.
Oh, it's not there yet. Amphibia is absolutely in a different level.
Amphibia and Owl House have been like the biggest go-to shows for Disney Channel when it comes to fandoms. I'm saying Big City Greens could climb up the ladder.
No, I'm going to prove you wrong on that. There are a lot of other fans, like Impossible fans, who love Disney Channel from that. Proud Family fans, they love Proud Family for that. Again, there's other old franchises too. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is kind of like the peak of what made Disney Channel what it is right now.
There is Gravity Falls. Yes, I'll definitely say like Gravity Falls is the peak. I'm saying like Big City Greens, while not there yet, it has the possible chance of becoming that in the future.
Well, because it's like a very slice of life. It's country people in a big city.
And that's what makes it so special. It's the fact of it's not a fantasy-driven, story-driven show like Owl House and Amphibia. This is an entirely different show because of how it's a slice-of-life show that when you hold up a mirror, it pretty much shows a reflection of our world, our society.
Right, right. Nonetheless, I mean, again, I was shocked about the fact that we got to get a season 5, but I also do want to give a congratulations to the Houghton brothers and for those who are working on Big City Greens that they're going to have a brand new season for the show. Who knows if what the future will hold for Big City? Maybe there's another movie coming out in the franchise, or another season 6.
Or a spin-off show.
No, we haven't heard about the spin-off show yet. No, there's no spin-off show yet. Gloria's still in Big City. Man, come on, dude. It's still a Big City. Tell me your Gloria hype.
All right, come on.
All right, moving on. In 2009, there's this short that reflected Christmas called Prep and Landing. Well, Prep and Landing is coming back for a brand new short for Christmas in 2024. FYI, it's been 15 years since we heard about Prep and Landing. What, do we need another Prep and Landing short?
I mean, I haven't seen the original, but I do have to say that whether they're doing this because they thought something creative or it was to bank on nostalgia, I'll never know because I never seen the original. Either way, Prep and Landing is something that I may or may not come across watching. How about you?
I'll check it out. It's only for 30 minutes. The short is actually pretty funny if you watch the 09 version of it. This one, I don't know what they're going to do with the continuation. Are they going to help Santa out when it comes to being elves? Is there some sort of issue in, like, some sort of house that they need to put a present from? I don't know what the short is, but Disney TVA is currently working on it. Again, we don't know what Prep and Landing will do for the next one, but it'll be coming out December.
Yeah, so get yourselves ready for that.
Now, another thing, too. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Moon Girl, we'll put that over there.
Yes, we're talking about you.
Now, we were expecting the Season 3 announcement for Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, but unfortunately, that did not come out. We instead did get news about Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, but it is in a different format. Shorts. Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur will actually have a series of shorts called Moon Girl's Lab, and it will talk about Lunella teaching stuff about what is going on in their battles. If anything, it's just more of Lunella and Devil Dinosaur teaching you things. What are your thoughts on having a short series instead of the announcement that we were hoping for?
Yeah, when I look at Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl's Lab, yeah, it's not nearly as big as a season announcement of a show, but it is something that captures a bit of Moon Girl magic, but not the amount of Moon Girl magic we've been hoping for, but still a tiny bit of that.
You know what, though? I'm still excited for the shorts. I mean, if anything, we do see Lunella do her thing, being smart, and what she is. And then we also get to see Devil Dinosaur being kick-ass and stuff like that. This is just more of shorts where, like, you get to see Lunella and... Lunella and the Devil Dinosaur, both of them just fighting off like whatever villain is while having some tips by Moon Girl herself.
Oh yeah, and you know that that Lunella's gonna find some way to make her teaching us stuff like definitely fun and definitely flavorful and definitely with some sort of like funk to it. Like, she'll get some hip hop music in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes it like fun to actually watch.
it definitely it's like watching a college lecture, but actually fun.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl's Lab will come out at the end of the month. The shorts will start at the end of the month. I'm excited for it, even though we don't have new episodes of Moon Girl for a while. I did also hear that the episodes are announced for what will be the remaining season for Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Some titles are kind of like intriguing, but we'll discuss that in a later episode. All right, next up. Disney Junior is actually producing a brand new show called Ariel, which will reflect The Little Mermaid. But if you notice from the character design, it reflects The Little Mermaid live action series. You've seen the trailer for it. What are your thoughts about like preschoolers learning about the new Ariel herself?
My thoughts on the trailer are this. Now, I'm not the target audience for it, but from what I've seen in the trailer, it definitely looks like something that preschoolers will definitely enjoy.
I mean, they grew up with Ariel. I mean, maybe they've seen the live-action series and they're thinking like, hey, how is Ariel doing? And we also get to see like something where they actually do meet up with other mermaids. You get to see Flounder. You get to see other fishies that were also down there under the sea. Maybe a Sebastian character would be pretty cool. I think the one thing that I kind of want to compare it to is the original Little Mermaid show back in the 1990s. Yes, they're absolutely different because that one was more reflecting towards the Little Mermaid fans that loved the cartoon series back in that 1990. This one is just more towards those fans that reflected towards the live action Little Mermaid. So we were talking about two different like franchises. We're talking about two different audiences that actually watched the show, and I'm feeling like for us who grew up with the 1990s like Little Mermaid show, this will not really reflect. We will not be really that much interested compared to those who are watching this. Not the fact that because it's for a younger audience, but it's more like the characters that we know from that show will be a little bit different from what we know from back in the 1990s.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, while I prefer to see, the version of Ariel that I grew up with in 1989, like this is still very satisfying enough for, the preschoolers that have watched the live action Little Mermaid as their introduction to movies. You know what? I'm happy for them that they got their food. They got their own, show to watch. Even though it's not for me, it's for them. So I say I'm happy for them.
I talked to Omid pre-show about how Ariel is kind of comparable to Sophia the First. Sophia the First, that was also like it's weird because it reflects a kid who's a princess and she gets advice from other Disney princesses.
Yeah, like Disney, the other Disney princesses make their cameos in this.
And then in Ariel, this is just more of us just seeing how Ariel's life is under the sea.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, this may not happen because, well, this is the Ariel that's going to show up, but what if we get a cameo of the OG Ariel?
I don't know about that.
Okay, no, they have to do some sort of multiverse thing, which I highly doubt they're going to do.
You're going to eventually see King Triton, the other sisters that were there, but you also do get to see other Little Mermaids that are also in the Disney Junior franchise, in the Disney Junior show itself. But I don't think they actually are the sisters of Ariel to say. So, I don't know. This kind of feels more like a preschool Ariel that's running around having fun with the fishies and doing stuff here and there. No matter what, this doesn't interest me. This does interest those who are interested in watching Little Mermaid. Go ahead and get your food there. But this definitely is a Disney Junior show that I think will be successful because a lot of kids will definitely like the Little Mermaid there.
I think so too. And another interesting to note as well is that you see Ursula in this show, and she's actually helping Ariel. So
that's weird.
It is kind of weird.
Because because Ursula's supposed to be the the villain. Yeah, and you're telling me villains can actually work with heroes in preschool shows?
No, I think keep in mind, Ariel was a little kid, during the time period that this show is taking place. Ariel's a little kid, right? This could be Ursula before she descended into villainy.
Well, we'll see about that. Nonetheless, for those who are Little Mermaid fans or those who are wanting to watch this show, this is coming out pretty soon. So, yeah, go ahead and check it out. You do have a couple more announcements to bring up. Let's actually talk about Kif. And they have a brand new season, even though season 2 has not even aired yet. So, your thoughts on just the fact that Disney TVA is really hopping onto the Kif train?
Yeah, the fact that Kif season 3 has been announced, even though season 2 hasn't aired yet, it really does show how popular Kif is. It really does show how, aside from Big City Greens, Kif is looking to be the most successful Disney Channel show that's currently airing.
It's weird because this is supposed to be animals in Tabletown living a life of what they do over in the town. We do like to see the ridiculous silliness when it comes to Barry and Kif, and the other characters are also there in Tabletown, but I didn't expect a season 3. I was expecting after a couple episodes of season 2 that they're just going to drop the hammer and say season 3 is going to be announced. But no, right now they are going to be working on season 3. And I'm like, okay, well, Kif is going to be a big franchise for Disney TVA. Yes, I just never expected that to become so huge. I thought it was just like a regular TV show that's like a slice of life of animals. But no, we're having a new season for it and it's not even out yet.
I think what is a coincidence for me is, well, not really coincidence, but more so along a trend that's going on recently in Disney Channel, is that they're focusing heavily on slice of life shows like Big City Greens and Kif. They're putting their focus and attention on that. They're sort of taking a break from all this fantasy story-driven shows, and then they're focusing on this, grounded down to earth slice of life style shows like The Two. So I do like that Disney Channel is changing pace.
I do like it too. It's kind of like screw the adventure stuff. We kind of want you guys to slow down and actually have some slice of life stuff. This is the reason why Big City and Kif are the big focus right now. So congrats out to those two crew members that work on those TV shows, because you guys deserved it. And we can't wait for your new season to come out later on in the future.
And also Kimiko Glenn for the win.
Okay. Okay. We also do want to announce a couple of things that also did come up from Disney TVA's panel over at Annecy. That there are going to be 2 brand new shows that are coming out for Disney TVA. One of them is called Stugo. Okay, so I don't know much about the story, but I know that these are just kids on an island about to do an adventure thing. It's weird. Did you see like the opening for Stugo?
I saw the I did see the opening for Stuco, and yeah, from what I've seen in the character animation, especially like the introduction to the characters, they all look unique. They all have their own style, and they look to have their own personalities, and that's what got my eye on Stuco. This makes me think Disney Channel's really cooking up more stuff, and I like that.
You know what though? Like, I really love like how Disney's bringing up with the originality when it comes to cartoons and stuff like that. The characters are okay. Again, this is we only just got an opening from the Annecy panel, so nothing much big is coming out of it. So I have to say I'm just gonna keep an open mind about how this show is gonna go. It'll be coming out in 2025. If anything, again, we don't know. Stugo. It's just an up in the air show for me. I'm not saying like it's gonna be a hit. It's still, we need more information.
Yeah, honestly, but judging by what I'm seeing, honestly, I'm waiting for the show to be successful. And also, look at the girl on the far left. She definitely looks like Luann Loud.
Oh God!
Like, what's Luann doing in the show? Luann's in Stugo.
Wait. Let me focus on her. Really?
Luann Loud is in Stugo. Yes.
Okay. If she's gonna be funny, she's sweating right there. I don't know if she's a funny girl. Okay. Anyway.
She's a punny girl.
Okay. And then another announcement that also did come out on Disney TVA's radar is this brand new show called The Doomies. This is an original Disney Plus show. It will not be on Disney Channel. It's an original Disney Plus show, which means that this show could go unhinged a little bit. From the way I'm seeing how the graphics are, it feels like this is a mystery duo working together to face off whatever monsters are happening. I'm seeing like dark figures out in the wild, having like teammates who are working together to fight them off, finding a mystery or something. This interests me a little bit.
Yeah, the Doomies gives like a mixture of Gravity Falls and Scooby Doo. Like this definitely feels like, you know, what the Doomies is, it's basically Disney Channel's way of making a second Gravity Falls.
I think so, but like again, the way I'm kind of seeing it, I'm like, look, the only thing that kind of interests me, again, the characters are like, you know, mystery twins. I wouldn't say mystery twins. God damn it, you're making me like compare to Gravity Falls. No, this is different. Like, again, it's a mystery type of thing. Something's going on in this like city that they're in. There's dark figures everywhere. There's some like folks that are trying to face off with these like dark creatures. If anything, it does interest me. And again, this is on Disney Plus, which means that they can go unhinged a little bit here. Maybe there might be some things that we may not be able to pretty much bring it up on Disney Channel. Although we did end up getting a girl getting stabbed in Disney Channel, so that's another thing.
Don't you dare, man. Don't you dare.
I don't know. Disney Channel can go unhinged sometimes.
And also, what I like about these, Disney cartoons nowadays is what's going to be coming in the future is that each of them have their own unique animation style. Like, the Doonies has their own unique animation style where they have these polka dot eyes and their unique character animation style here. Mm-hmm. And also the same with Stuco. Stuco has their own unique character animation. They have their own cast of characters. So that's what I like is that, Disney is really cooking up original cartoon content.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Disney at the moment. You can see how their franchises at the moment, that they are actually having brand new projects as well as having like renewals of other shows like Kif and Big City Greens having their own thing. I also did forget to bring up Phineas and Ferb season 5 is also coming out as well. They did tell us that it is going to be 1 year after that summer, which means that they are older. They're going to have brand new plans for that summer. So we don't know what Phineas and Ferb, Isabella, Beljeet, and a lot of other the characters, Perry and Dr. Doofenshmirtz, what are they going to do? No matter what, Phineas and Ferb is coming back in the future. We again have to wait for that premiere date to come out soon. And then one more thing also to bring up, the Proud Family Louder and Prouder season 3 is about to come out real soon as well. The first episode, as what has been said over at Toon Hive, is that it's going to be an episode where Dejanay and Penny will go to Paris, and they're going to have some sort of mystery thing happening. So it kind of tells me there's a Take It episode. This could be a Take It episode.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you watched Taken. Have you watched Taken?
I actually haven't watched Taken, but I'm feeling with the meme that's going on. Like you see Oscar Proud, and then he's
Yeah.
like,
See, I'm waiting for that kind of thing.
I don't know who you are, but if I don't know who you are, but I will come find you. I will kill you.
There you go. So I have a feeling he'll do that to Penny if she gets kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
I would love that if they ever do it.
Yeah, like Oscar Proud goes all Liam Neeson.
Because you're gonna have your own daughters go to Paris by themselves. There's a kidnapping coming. I don't know. The Proud Family Louder and Prouder has been great. I can't wait to see how the new season's gonna go. Okay, so let's actually talk about Disney Channel overall right now, because from the way I'm seeing how Disney Channel is, they are bringing up some amazing franchises to have new seasons, but there has been some disappointing news when it comes to Disney Channel also. First off, where's the premiere date of Primos? We have not heard about that in a while. Do you think it'll ever get premiered? Because it's supposed to premiere literally after Big City Green's movie Spacecation, but it didn't happen.
Something tells me that it's a really bad sign when Primos is being delayed and delayed more and more. Yeah, because from what we've seen in the first opening, I'm going to be honest, the animation of Primos didn't really sell me. Like, there's something about the Primos animation that just felt off to me.
I mean, there's been a lot of controversy when it comes to, like, for example, naming your town Earthquake Town.
Yeah. Really, just, why would you name your town after a natural disaster?
Yeah, good job on that, guys. And then also having your lead voice actress, like, defend the heck out of the show, which also gave you a bad look for the cartoon. So at the moment, they're dealing with bad PR at the moment. I really did wish that they actually did premiere it on the day, literally on the day when Big City Green Spacecation came out, but no, we're still up in the air when it comes to that premiere date. Who knows if Primos will actually air? We don't know. And then another thing too, for those who are watching Haley's on It, we don't have a new season announcement on that either. And now everyone is like losing hope that we are going to have a new season for Haley's on It.
Yeah, and what makes it even worse is that Haley's on It season 1 ended on a cliffhanger, and the worst thing you can do to a show is end the show on a cliffhanger. You don't give it the satisfying conclusion or closure.
We've done it. They've done it for quite a while. Cartoons have done it for quite a while. For example, like Glitch Text. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up there just because Glitch Text was so good. It was so good. Inside Job. Yeah, you watch the second season. You want to have more from season 3. There's just a lot of cartoons that end up just getting the axe on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate too, because like they're pretty much victims of how the animation industry is suffering.
Well, it's more towards corporations as well. Oh, we're losing money. Cut up the shows that we don't like right now.
Yeah, it's the corporations are pretty much the corporations are messing up the animation industry badly.
Yeah, indeed. Well, no matter what, again, I really hope, fingers crossed, that we will get an announcement sometime soon for season 2 of Haley's on It. Primos, I don't care when you come out. If anything, please come out in a reasonable time. Please fix your edits for the show and come out at a good time where we can actually like let this whole drama thing set aside and we can actually watch the show in a good time.
Yeah, and also to the actress who was defending the show, like, please have a better attitude when approaching your audience about defending your show.
Mm-hmm. It was terrible. It was a terrible way to do it.
Seriously.
Let's go quickly to another network that we want to talk about, Netflix, because we do have a couple announcements from Annecy that they did bring out. Let's talk about Arcane Season 2. Now, that is coming out later on this year. Arcane Season 1 has looked amazing. It's been fantastic. And Season 2 now is coming out. First off, how excited are you for Season 2?
Very excited for Season 2. Now, I have watched some Arcane episodes. I haven't completed all of the Arcane Season 1, but my girlfriend is a huge fan of Arcane, and she's a League of Legends player. And so
she plays League of Legends? Oh,
she plays League of Legends.
Nice.
Yes, she has. I've watched her play like on her streams, but yeah. Anyway, so she got me into Arcane, and from what I've seen of Arcane, like my mind was just blown. Like Arcane, from its story, its characters, its animation, I was enthralled by the world of Arcane. I was invested.
Dude, the freaking animation is just badass. I mean, Jinx being one of the lead characters. I mean, everybody loved Jinx, like from her badassery to like the guns that she wields and stuff.
Yeah, Jinx and Vi are definitely one of the best sibling relationships I've seen.
It's definitely awesome too.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome to check that out. Now, the thing is that about this season is that it's actually its last season. Are you saddened? Are you okay with the fact that season 2 will be the last season of Arcane?
I think that as long as it depends on the reasons. If the director intended for it to go 2 seasons, like if the creator intended for it to be 2 seasons, I'm actually happy for it. But if it's for other reasons, like corporate, canceling or something like that, then
they didn't say anything about it when it becomes to corporate meddling or anything like that. But it's more with I think the director himself.
If it's with the director himself, then I'm okay with it.
Something tells me like it's tough to make those Arcane seasons. It took them a while to get season 2 to come out.
Yeah, and based on how rich the story is and how because if you look at the animation, it's actually really fluid, stylized, and all that stuff. Like, it took a long time for them to do that. So, based on those factors, I can understand why the director wanted to end in 2 seasons.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I am excited to check out what Arcane Season 2 is going to be about. It will be coming out later on this year. Netflix, again, is on a really good run when it comes to cartoons, and Arcane is definitely one of them.
Oh, yeah. It is no exception at all.
All right, next thing we wanted to announce for Netflix, Twilight of the Gods. It's a brand new movie. It's a brand new anime movie coming out that is actually, animated drama series directed by, you may know the name, Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder. Now, Zack Snyder is well known for the DC movies and a couple of other movies before that, but now he's actually working on an animated film. How excited are you about this new series?
I'm very curious to see how this series is gonna do. Like, the animation looks really good.
It's fluid as hell right now from the way I'm seeing it.
It's very fluid, and not only that, I do respect Zack Snyder as a director. Sure, he hasn't, like, his movies aren't all hits, but there are some that I consider some of my favorites. Like, for example, Man of Steel.
Sorry, wait. Sorry, what did you say?
I love Man of Steel.
What?
I love Man of Steel. I will defend it to death.
How do you like Man of Steel? That is not a great movie.
Man of Steel to me is like, I don't get why people hate Man of Steel. Man of Steel is so great.
I don't like it. The story didn't feel right to me when it comes to the Superman movie.
The story was rich, compelling, and serious, and I like the direction they go with Superman, and especially General Zod is one of the most well-written villains of DC.
What?
Because Zod has a perfect motivation for doing what he does.
No. I'm thinking you're looking at the wrong movie or something, dude.
No, dude. Man of Steel 2013 is one of the best superhero movies I will.
Dude, my Adventures with Superman is a much better freaking series than whatever Man of Steel was, dude. What the fuck is wrong with?
And My Adventures with Superman, I really like My Adventures with Superman.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, what the fuck are you talking about when you're saying that you love Man of Steel Superman? That was not a good movie. I mean, I only watched it once, and I was like, I don't want to watch it again.
Hey, to each his own, but I'm sorry, but to each his own.
I don't know, but like, I think you open a can of worms here because there's some fans that don't like the movie, and there's some fans that don't like that Zack Snyder. So,
hey, I'm just putting in a hot take. Oh, and here's another flaming hot take. Zack Snyder's Justice League is one of my top.
No,
five
it's
favorite
not.
superhero movies.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, baby. Let's go.
No, it's not. They're all bad. What's wrong with you? Please don't tell me Batman and Superman is your favorite too.
Not really. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
It's terrible. That's the worst fucking movie of the DC franchise. Like, what makes you think it's your guilty pleasure? What do you mean? Like, do you like to watch it because it's so bad?
Like, Batman v Superman has some hilariously bad moments, like the Martha scene.
It's stupid.
Like Batman v Superman.
I wanted something serious in a freaking DC movie, and Zack Snyder hit or miss when it comes to movies. But those movies that you announced were all duds. Like, I hated like the movies that you just announced.
You're confusing the two Justice League movies. Now, when it comes to Joss Whedon's Justice League, oh my god, it is hot garbage. When it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League, he pretty much fixed everything that was wrong with Justice League 2017.
No, it still wasn't my favorite kind of like movie. Okay,
like I said,
look, Avengers. Look, Marvel just took the plate out of me. I love Marvel movies at the moment, and I can't wait for that Deadpool versus Wolverine movie.
As if all Marvel movies were hits themselves. Spoilers, some of them were not. There were some.
I mean, there are some duds at the moment. Yes, there are some duds at the moment that really suck. But we'll explain that in a later time. But let's go back into the subject here. And let's talk about Twilight of the Gods. Look, Zack Snyder, I know you're trying to redeem yourself. This looks beautiful, by the way. This franchise, this new series is looking great. Looks like after what you've done at DC, you finally go to Netflix and do your own cartoon. It's doing well. It's doing well so far. And from the way I'm seeing it, how stunning it is, how the story is looking like, I say I might be down to check it out when it comes out on Netflix.
Yeah, Twilight of the Gods. Not only does the animation look good, but also I want to give my support to Zack Snyder and support this show.
He's not one of your favorite directors. He's not one of your favorite directors, is he?
Like, I wouldn't say one of my top favorite directors, but I do respect how he treats his cast and crew with respect. I do respect. I do like his movie. Some of his movies, not all, but some stood out to me. So
okay, all right. I don't know. You and your Zack Snyder hype. That was a bad take on me.
I'm not a Zack Snyder fanboy though.
It was a bad take on me. I swear to God.
I'm not a fanboy. I just respect it.
Man of Steel, Justice League. You might be talking to the wrong movies here, sir. God damn. Anyways, let's move on to Skydance's new animated film that's going to be coming up real soon called Spellbound. Well, first off, it's a Skydance Animation's brand new movie. The bad part is that, well, you had a former Disney employee going to be working on this film.
Yeah, but the less said about him, the better, first of all. Second off, I'm not going to let him taint my curiosity for the show because from what I've seen of the animation and also how the characters look, this is something that I'm going to have to check out sooner or later. Like, I'm not going to say it's a day one must watch, but it's something I will check out at one point.
You know what? Well, I mean, he will not be mentioned here, but I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to ruin the fact about what the movie is movie is going to be about. The character design looks cool. It seems to be like a very superheroic movie. Doesn't really interest me at the moment right now, but maybe some reviews from Rotten Tomatoes will tell me, hey, maybe watch it, but who knows? I mean, this is okay. This looks like an okay film to say.
The best character is the pig. I'm already curious to check out the pig.
Does it talk?
Like, who knows whether he talks or not, but either way, I like his design. I like the fact that he has a, X as his eye.
It's an eye patch.
And I like his eye patch. I like his, hair, like his pink purple hair. Like, he pretty much looks like a Pig Fury instead of Nick Fury's Pig Fury.
What?
The eye patch, based off the eye patch.
Again, I don't know. It doesn't really interest me as well. I don't know. For those who want to check it out, it's going to be on Netflix real soon. All right, last but not least, let's actually talk about another new movie coming out on Netflix. It's called The Twits. This is based off a Roald Dahl book. I have not read the Roald Dahl book here, but have you read it, and are you interested in what this movie looks like?
Now, I grew up with Roald Dahl, and I've read many of his books, like Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, My Giraffe, Pelican and Me, and all that stuff. Twins, however, is something I never got around to reading when I was a kid.
I never heard about this, actually, to be fair. But you know what? There's some cartoon movies that end up actually getting the idea off books. I mean, this is one of them. And you know about Harold and the Purple Crayon, right? That's about to have a movie coming out.
Yeah, Harold the Purple Crayon. I've heard that.
So
I don't wonder how that's going to turn out.
I was having a feeling like they're just trending towards having books become a new movie coming out. Either way, this one looks interesting. First off, they look like homeless people. From the way I'm seeing it.
Not only do they look homeless, but they look kind of creepy. When you look at them...
I feel like this is like something that Tim Burton can make.
I'm wondering to myself, like, are they going to be, anti-heroes? Are they going to be villains?
I feel like they're like anti-heroes because they look like villains from the first glimpse when you saw like how they work together. They're supposed to be like funny people, like silly, funny people. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the whole story is going to be about, but it feels like there's kids that are gonna be around this Twitlandia that they're gonna be working with. Maybe they'll help the kids out, or maybe they might actually have a light heart and actually take care of the kids. Who knows? Again, it doesn't interest me. Like, I know that Netflix is doing well when it comes to Arcane and Twilight of the Gods, but these two things that got announced also at Annecy just doesn't seem that kind of like animation style or that animation story that I want to watch when it comes to either a TV series or a movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Twitlandia, like for me, it's something that I kind of want to check out at one point.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's weird. If you want to check it out, you can.
Yeah.
It doesn't really interest me. Maybe until somebody reviews it on Rotten Tomatoes or something, it tells me that, hey, it's a good movie, then maybe I'll check it out. There's a reason why I started watching Nimona. You all said it was great, so I watched it and I thought it was okay.
Awesome. Hey, I'm glad you watched Nimona. I'm glad you gave it a chance.
I still said Spider-Verse is a better movie anyway.
Technically, it is, but I do feel like Nimona is the more underappreciated.
They got nominated for an Oscar, so be happy about that.
Like I do. While I do prefer Spider-Verse over Nimona, like I'm glad Nimona got the love it deserves.
Well. That's all. Yeah, that's all I can say for that. But yes, that's pretty much all the news when it comes to Annecy. We have a lot of big, awesome news when it comes to Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, and Netflix. There are a lot more announcements that also did come out, including movie trailers for example, The Wild Robot. There was a new trailer that came out for that. And then I think more news when it comes to like movies that'll be coming out in the future. We don't have much of the details about that, but if you go to our Twitter page at Anination Pod, all of the news will be there when it comes to Annecy. So please check it out. Follow us over there if anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our Anination Podcast episode today. I know that we started off really late, but for those who are watching on our stream, thank you very much for staying up with us and watching us as we made this episode go through. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. By the way, great day for a holiday. A great day for me for a day off, for one thing.
Yeah, for you, man.
But
for you, yeah.
Also awesome just to celebrate with everybody who celebrates Juneteenth. Hope you guys had a great one. Anything else you want to say before we leave here tonight?
Yes, we just want to say that we may have started a little late, but we still want to thank you for still tuning in, still watching what we have to say, and we appreciate your support.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and also check us out on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified when we'll be coming out next. We'll be back here next Wednesday for another episode of the Anination Podcast. But until then, that's pretty much it for us here. So we'll thank you guys for the next one. We'll see you guys later.
Have a good day. Peace.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.